So yeah, I've been using the AirPods Pro for over a year now really, and straight off the bat I would say that I'm not the biggest audiophile out there. However, I would say these are a great pair of earbuds, but for that price, could they be better? This review is completely going to be based off my personal experience of using these over the past year. So yeah, the main reason I got these was the Apple ecosystem. Everyone goes on about this ecosystem. Let me just show you with a quick demonstration. All I had to do was just open these up and they were just connected. So yeah, from the moment I opened the case, the H1 chip was able to communicate with my iPhone. Compared to some other earbuds out there which you have to go manually into your Bluetooth settings or even download an app to get all the features, this was rather easy to set up and use. The H1 chip is an upgrade compared to Apple's previous W1 chip, which is included in the original first generation AirPods. The improvements could be seen such as the lower latency, which means when you watch a video, mostly with speech or something included, you could sometimes notice a lag between when they open their mouth and close, and when they're talking, you could notice a difference, but yeah, the latency of that is reduced in this case. Also, you could share music between two AirPods provided they both have the H1 chip. These are some of the minor improvements over the previous W1 chip included in the first generation. Alright, so from setting it up, I was able to take an ear fit test to ensure the correct seal. So the test plays a short snippet of audio, which I believe maybe is measured using the internal microphones. Just keep in mind that you'll need to have the earphones paired to an iPhone and not an Android to use this feature. However, I'll talk about using it with an Android device later on in the video. So for ease of use and setting up overall usability, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. So moving on, the AirPods come with 3 different types of modes. The noise cancellation mode, the transparency mode, and just the normal mode. So yeah, I'll explain those 3 quickly. The active noise cancellation is pretty easy to explain. It cancels out noise, simply. Yeah, so it drowns out much of the background noise from the world around you. It does so by using the external facing microphone to identify the noise around you, using a so-called anti-noise that the earphones produce to cancel out the external audio before you could hear it, which from my experience works very well most of the time, particularly for static noises. The AirPods Pro's transparency mode is ever so slightly tweaked to the active noise cancellation to let most of the outside noise in. Ideally, it's suited for the times when you're talking to people nearby or simply need to hear what's around you. The mode carefully balances inside and outside noises. Transparency mode is different from active noise cancellation in the way that it's actually more like turning on a microphone inside the earbud that draws the outside audio in. It is ideal when you want to be able to listen to music, maybe at a reasonable volume, but still want to hear the car driving by or someone else calling you from behind when you're out and about. And the final mode is just the normal mode, which is just the transparency and the active noise cancellation turned off, which is really just using the earphone's natural shape and to isolate any noise. Now it might also be a good time to mention that they don't have any inbuilt volume controls, so you can't control the volume using the earbud. You have to go onto your device, whether you're using an iPhone or iPad, and control it from there. So yeah, for the functionality and features of the AirPods, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, moving on to battery life and charging. I'll start off with the biggest downside in this section, which the AirPods don't come with USB Type-C. They use a Lightning port and not USB Type-C, which if you're looking to future-proof your device, that could be a bit of a disadvantage moving forward. However, considering Apple is moving in the direction of wireless charging and not including any power supply adapters in their new lineup, this may not be as big of an issue as you think. However, since the case supports wireless charging, it's a tad heavier at 45 grams compared to the original ones. These can be charged with a Qi wireless charging pad or with the included USB Type-C to Lightning cable. Advertised battery life with noise cancellation or transparency mode turned on is roughly about 4.5 hours, based on Apple's claims, which I found to be very true during my personal use. However, with those features turned off, you should expect about 5 hours, and with the case fully charged as well, you should get about 24 hours of playback time. So yeah, for battery life performance and charging, I'd give this an 8 out of 10. Now, moving on to sound quality, the biggest factor when considering to get a pair of earbuds. The AirPods deliver strong active noise cancelling, From my experience using them as a student, usually in a library or sometime at workplace, or even sometimes at the gym, the back microphones analyze the ambient audio and plays anti-noise, which is essentially the opposite sound frequency and cancels both of the waveforms out. Something I also really like about the AirPods Pro is the clarity you get when listening to vocal audio such as podcasts. You can really hear the mid to heavy vocals in this. So also having the silicone earbuds compared to Apple's old design where there is a lack of bass and clarity, which you can finally now experience as well. While the noise cancelling does improve the overall audio fidelity, I would say the AirPods Pro pretty much sounds like what you'd expect out of a normal Apple earbud. I'm certainly no audiophile or audio engineer, but I'm sure they don't compare to them higher end or similar rivals even, because you're paying more for the features and the Apple ecosystem rather than the sound quality. The AirPods Pro is a pro in the sense of that it's the best that Apple offers in terms of audio, but I would definitely not use it for any professional real production work. So yeah, for sound quality, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Now, if you own an Android device, should you get the AirPods Pro? Well, no and yes, because you are missing out on some of the default features of the AirPods Pro, where you can still press through the stems and cycle through all the different modes between noise cancellation, transparency, or nothing at all. So yeah, some of the controls work great and some not so great with an Android phone. Also, Android users miss out on the fit tuning feature, but I don't see that becoming a big loss in any way. Moving on to the final chapter, the condition and overall comfort of the earbuds. As far as the case goes, due to the glossy finish, it has picked up a few scratches along the way. However, the earbuds are in an excellent condition. The case does an excellent job of keeping them clean. I love the way one of the greatest features was that they're extremely comfortable and wearing them for long listening periods without ever getting sore or tired ears. I believe this is the case because unlike other earbuds, they don't have that protruding ear driver, so they don't exert that extra level of pressure in your ear canal. And finally, my overall conclusion and thoughts about the AirPods Pro. As a student living at home during the lockdown, I don't see myself grabbing these as often, but rather using a pair of headphones at my desk, because I'm sitting in front of my PC most of the day. This is of course personal preference, because I'm not moving about as much. But if I do go for the odd exercise, I'll make sure to take them out. If you're buying these, don't expect studio grade quality listening. However, in this size and form factor, I do think it's one of the best out there. It has also gone down in price since when I originally purchased it at around £249. Now I think you can get them for about £200, which is a much more competitive price bracket. So yeah, if you own an iPhone and you are planning to get into this Apple ecosystem, it's a no-brainer. And yes, the noise cancelling is excellent for static noises and great for variable noises. I definitely do think that the AirPods Pro was a worthwhile purchase. However, it does lack a bit behind in pure sound quality, which some people may not like. It does make up for that in terms of certain features and functionality it offers, which you can't really get out of any other type of earbuds at this price, especially for your Apple device. So yeah, that's my conclusion and review of the AirPods Pro in 2021 after a years of use. Alright, hope you enjoyed my first kind of review maybe. So this is the type of content I want to do, more tech and lifestyle orientated, because it is what I'm interested in at the end of the day. So yeah, if you enjoyed, of course, leave a like and please do subscribe to the channel. I will be uploading weekly, but that's it from me today. So till the next time.